this thing for, I don't know, not even 3 full weeks. I have about 1,700 miles on it in 3 weeks. And I like it. If you looked at one of my other videos, I took this off, these stock exhausts, and put on some Vance & Hines slash cuts, and I ripped them right back off because they were too loud. But there's already a video on that, no reason to go over that kind of stuff. Here's what I'm here to talk about. I was getting ready to purchase new springs to replace these. This is a 2020, this is brand new, all right? It rides like a tank. Killed my spine in the back, really not sure what the hell. So I saw all these videos where people were changing everything, and I said, well, you know what, I guess I have to change mine too and put these better ones on, buy longer ones, and all of that. My back's been killing me on this thing because I'm kind of lurched a little forward. I'm 5'11" and a half, about 185 pounds, very fit, and between that and the helmet pulling me forward, it just, my neck and shoulder have been really sore. So here's what I did. I started watching some videos by Dave Moss Tuning, and saw that he was setting up a lot of race bikes and other bikes so that you get a better ride, more competitive when you're at the racetrack. Well, this obviously isn't a racetrack bike, and I'm thinking, well, I can adjust preload back here. The forks, I can't adjust crap, okay? Maybe if I take them apart and change spacers or springs, okay? So you can see I have some markers there. But really, what can I really do with this bike? So Dave Moss has this remote tuning, no matter where you're at. So I set up and I said, well, you know what, I'll do a half an hour with him. It's 80 bucks for half an hour. New springs, on the other hand, are over $600, almost $700, okay? And you can get even better springs and be up over 1,000 bucks. So I set up an appointment with Dave Moss Tuning, thinking I'll just get some basic information, and I'm like, well, what the hell could he do for me? You can't adjust the front forks. This is only preload only back here. That's all I was thinking about. But I'm like, you know what? I'll get some good information from him for 80 bucks. At least I'll have a better understanding of what I should be doing. So here's how this went down. We set up a FaceTime call. He asked me a pile of questions in advance before the FaceTime call. Once we got on, he already knew everything there was to know about my bike. And we started from the back and worked our way forward. The first thing he had me do is he actually told me, after I sat on it, showed him video, he told me to adjust this about 3 threads. So I actually adjusted my rear springs about 3 threads. He showed me what to look for, up inside here, oil rings, all kind of stuff. You know, when I mean oil rings, I mean like, you know, the dirt spot from oil buildup. But anyway, so he had me adjust the rear springs. Then he's like, what kind of tire pressure you running? I go, well, whatever they do at the factory. You know, whatever the factory tells you. And, you know, I'm very literal. Like, when I set up these rear springs, I made sure I was exactly 275 millimeters between bolt centers, because that's what the factory said. Well, guess what? That's not the case anymore, all right? That was changed. He had me change my tire pressure, front and rear. I changed my tire pressure, front and rear. Not factory settings, but what he told me to change them to. Had me adjust my handlebar right here, so that it was closer. Went through a whole drill with him, told me how to do it. I rolled these back, and then not only did I adjust the position of my handlebar so that they're closer, but then I also went and adjusted my levers, okay, so that they're in a different position. We're gonna tackle the forks this coming week. I'm seeing how much use I'm getting out of them. We're gonna do some work with that. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. Change tire pressure, use the stock bars, just adjusted them, adjusted the levers, stock, rear shocks, tire pressure, and you know what? It's like I'm riding a brand new bike. It's brand new, but it's like I'm riding a bike that feels completely different. I went over bumps and potholes that I normally hit and jar the hell out of me and end up standing up or try to swerve around. And I intentionally went back over them just to see what it would feel like. And you know what it felt like? It felt like $1 million. This bike handles differently. It handles better. It feels better. My neck and shoulders feel better. The ride is significantly smoother just by adjusting tire pressure, rear springs, and the handlebars. Again, coming up, we have some other options, some little secrets for handling non-adjustables like this with these front forks. And by the time we get done with it, it should be set up perfectly for me. And I even said to him, I go, is this even worth it for the kind of driving you do in South Florida? He goes, why not have your bike perfect? And I'll tell you what, I'm getting there. So rather than blowing money on rear springs and all these kind of other stuff, just adjust what the hell you have. And we may do a little bit of more odds and ends with the front forks, we'll see. $80 from him, with him, so far it has saved me the close to $700 I would have spent by getting brand new shocks in the back, all right? So I just wanted to point this out, that before you start blowing money, why don't you just talk with an expert, have your situation evaluated, and have things adjusted from a stock standpoint before you do anything else. This was quick, simple, and easy. I took notes, we went over everything, I wrote everything down, I came back down here, I made an adjustment on my preload, significant difference. Adjusted my tire pressure exactly to what he wanted me to start with, and I'm actually happy with that. I'm not going to change that. Okay, handlebars, there's 4 lousy bolts. You loosen them up, you adjust the bars to where you need them, and then the same thing, there's 2 bolts here that you need on your levers, adjust the levers. The only thing that's still off a little bit is that this particular lever right here, this one, the way it curves a little bit too much. I really need something that's a little straighter. So I'm gonna see what I can do, what Indian makes, because this is causing a little bit of a problem with where my hand position is, because where it curves, and I'm actually touching where I don't want to touch. Whether I do 2 fingers or 1 finger, it's really not gonna matter. I typically do 2. But I'm finding myself having to adjust my grip, and I shouldn't have to do that, all right? So anyway, little odds and ends like that, major difference, significantly smoother, just by adjusting what the hell you have. My problem is that I come from working on aircraft, that's what I did. And when you work on aircraft, everything has to be very specific to the T. But with a bike, it's not the case. So I had a hard time saying, well, this isn't what the book says. I adjusted everything the way he told me to. Works great. Anyway, there's my 8.5 minutes of information. I hope you found this useful. Big fan here, because just talking with this guy for half an hour, spending $80 saved me a lot of money right off the bat. So I'm going to talk to him again, and then we should be done. I'm going to take care of the front forks. There's a couple little tricks to take care of that we will see, and we'll take it from there. But save yourself some money. Have it professionally tuned for your suspension before you start blowing any money. Rainbow, have a good day.